we have 30 million, right? We want to have 60,000 by 2020. Now we are 30,000. We have to double up. Opportunity is plenty, because for us to transform to a developed nation, part of the government, ETP, we need to have the people, because the people are the one who will membangunkan negara. The strength of the country is the people, so we need these people. And if you really look at our neighboring country, Singapore, how many million population do they have? They have 5 million. Professional accountancy, about 30,000 in here. We are 30 million. Professional accountancy, 30,000. So if we replicate the same thing, we need, for a developed nation, if we're seeing that Singapore is a developed, we need 180,000. You see the opportunity is there? Okay, go back again to Australia. Australia has about 2 or 3 million population less. Maybe 27, 28 million population. You know how many professional accountancy they have in Australia? 150,000 approximately. We are 30,000. So the opportunity is vast. There's a lot of people are looking to ensure that you have taking up professional accountancy. Tremendous opportunity. Will transform, there is always work for you at all times. And the interesting thing about this young generation, we kata apa generation Y lah, the millennium generation, they love to go and work abroad. They just love it. And the problem here is talent attraction and retention. Because once you have professional accountancy like ACCA, it's not only Malaysia. You can work every part of the world. That's what they want in here, because they are recognized. Because we are following the same standard. So we are bringing up the standard to a level whereby we can compete globally. Because Malaysia needs to compete globally. So this professional accounting program allows us to compete in a global level.
I want to go back to the difference between a professionally qualified accountant and a graduate. And you see, it came very loudly from Nuraini Petronas that employer prefer professional. Why is that? You see, as employer, you can only train so much. But when they recruit somebody, they expect you to have a certain level of competence already. You can only train so much. You cannot like really raw and semua pun tak tahu. You cannot employ people because people don't have the time. Business these days is fast moving and it's so challenging that we don't have time to do that training anymore. And the difference is this, the exposure of someone who does a professional qualification. You sit for the same exam as everybody else in the world. At any one time, ACCA exam, we have how many people sitting for exam? 400, over 1,000 people all over the world. You kat Nigeria ke, you kat London ke, you kat Hong Kong ke, you dekat China ke, and China is growing very fast, I can tell you that. You are sitting for the same paper. So that's the difference. These people have been tested at a global level. Now, we're not saying that, they are basically the local graduate. This is not about putting down local graduates. And I'm really in the midst of doing this journey at the MIA where we're making some changes. It's not about putting down the local graduates. It is about telling people that when you talk to the employers are telling you that a degree is not enough. The employers are telling you that they need professional accountants. Now, you have basically two routes yang kita boleh advise our students. Either you from school, fresh, for example, you want to do ACCA, you do the CAT. And after you do the CAT, instead of doing 14 papers, you basically have another 11 papers to do in terms of the ACCA qualification. Or you do a degree first. Right? You do a degree first, and now there is a lot of program run by the professional body together with the university, where in the university itself, they are able to take their 5 professional papers. So when they graduate, they dapat dua-dua. They dia dapat a degree and a professional qualification, ACCA and so on and so forth, right? Both have different advantage and disadvantage. Ini I kena share sebab your student may have heard about this somewhere and come to you, cikgu, saya dengar macam ni nak ambil CAT. CAT ni apa, kucing ke? Cikgu bukan kucing, dia certified accounting technician. So you need to know the difference, and I'm sharing. So the advantage is this: kalau you go through the CAT route, daripada the foundation tu, you already train with the ACCA mind. So I would think that when you get to the foundation and the professional level is easier. Sebab you set the exam, CAT tu, dah memang train ACCA exam dia macam tu. So you already train that way from the basic foundation tadi. Kalau you go, but of course if you don't make it, then you don't have anything lah. So that's the risk. It is difficult, but it is doable, provided you are prepared to work hard. I think this is not for people who main-main last minute, 2 weeks before exam buka buku, tak boleh lah buat ACCA. No, these things needs a lot of practice. Past year question, kena practice, kena duduk, kena buat semua. So, but that is the advantage of going through directly ACCA, through CAT. Tapi, if you take university degree, kan? If you take university degree, boleh. You can still do that 5 papers. However, because foundation you to lain, foundation you to degree, and suddenly you have to take professional paper. So that gap, other people have taken 9 papers of ACCA before they get that professional level. Or through the CAT route, they take CAT, CAT, they take 6 papers and do professional. So, bila you ambil the local degree program, you ambil degree as your basic, and then suddenly you can ambil the professional paper. So that quantum leap, some people can do it, definitely, but I would say it's probably harder than someone who's done the CAT and they go that route, because from the basic they memang dah train that way. But I'm not saying it cannot be done. In fact, we have very good success stories, people who have done it. But the risk of people who take the degree first is this: having gotten the degree, alah, dah ada degree dah, apa susah-susah ambil ACCA, dah ada degree dah. And then with the current framework in MIA, which we are changing by the way, boleh jadi chartered accountant juga. So what's the point of, but we are changing. That is going to be a thing of the past. I think chartered accountant will be only for professionally qualified accountants. So I think the risk of it is that, nak kalau budak perempuan jumpa boyfriend dekat universiti, lepas tu mak suruh kahwin, habis lah 5 paper tu pun hilang. Right? So I think, you know, people do make these trade-offs, and these are the choices that you can advise your students. The problem is just that, because people say, kalau buat direct, tak pas, tak dapat apa-apa langsung. Buatlah degree dulu, at least ada degree, lepas tu boleh juga buat ACCA. Lepas tu kadang-kadang doesn't happen. Bila dah dapat degree, they leave university, kahwin, and then that's it. Sayang. Sayang, seribu sayang. Because I think these students are capable. I think with the right coaching and the right motivation, these students can make it. We have umpteen cases of ACCA prize winner, UiTM, best in Malaysia, 2 tahun berturut-turut, adik-beradik. Girl, boy. Bapak kerja apa? Berniaga pasar malam. So there are success stories like that. So our students are capable of doing it, but they are not given the right guidance, which is the role you all are playing. You have a large influence. And I tell you, giving people a chance to come out of their current humble beginning, you know, anak pasar malam, anak taxi driver, to do ACCA, and then they become Vice President Petronas, they become CEO, pahala you. No, I'm not joking, pahala. Kadang-kadang kita cari pahala ni bukan, saya bukan ustazah tapi kadang-kadang kita cari pahala ni bukan saja cara agama, benda-benda kecil-kecil macam ni sebenarnya go a long way. Ya, kita tolong orang mengubah cara hidup dia. Ya, and I firmly believe that the way untuk mengubah cara hidup is through education. Education is sustainable. Cara lain bagi kontrak, lepas tu beli kereta, kahwin dua, sorry, sensitif. Habislah, kan? Tapi education stay with you forever. Macam saya kata, kami dah pension dah tu, orang cari jadi board member sana, audit committee sini, you know. So I think this is the sort of facts and figures that you need to lay out to the student. Kena bagi tahu dia, memang kita ada pilihan. Tiap-tiap pilihan ada risikonya. Kalau pilih go direct CAT macam ni. Kalau pilih buat degree macam ni. Kalau buat degree lepas tu buat profesional, azam kena kuat. Tapi azam masa dia kat sekolah, cakap dengan you dah masuk universiti 3 tahun, 4 tahun, azam dia dah jadi lain tau. Manusia berubah-ubah. Ya, itu. Those are the sort of the difference between professional dengan degree.
Thank you. Thank you, the panelists, for sharing. You know, you can see the academic employers are sorting for people to be professionally qualified, and there's a huge demand for it. And also, you know, Datuk shared some of the pathways to achieve the professional qualification, either right out of secondary school, or you know, after if you aspire to pursue an accounting degree or even a non-accounting degree, you can come on board. But the ultimate is the business needs. You know, to meet the business needs and to be a work ready, you need a professional. That's where the needs are going towards. Yeah. Just to add, I must add something regarding the professional bodies. You know, the difference, one of the key difference between a professional body and a university degree is that it is a membership body, be it MIA or ACCA. You become a member of the professional body, and it's about a lifelong journey with the body. You finish your degree, then you become the alumni of the university. But in part of a membership body, you're part of the globe. You're part of a network of professional accountants. And you know, it's becoming very demanding business out there, and be it a small company or a big company, or even if you decide to set up, you know, I'm sure now all the young people decide they want to do their own business, can become super rich very fast, you know. Your students will say, I want to, you know, set up internet. But finance and accounting sets the platform, and the demands of business are growing. So being part of a professional accountancy body, you have that continuous support. You know, it's not just the day you graduate. It's a lifelong journey for your career. The support, you have members in the body that you can refer to now around the world. You can just go online. So that is one of the benefits. Yeah, and it's of course they mentioned about the global standards. You're benchmarking. Your students are benchmarking themselves against you know, other students around the world. And Malaysia is doing very well. Malaysia is one of the top countries in ACCA's experiences. Our students are world prize winners. You know, they are of global standards. There is no, you know, preferences, you know, that Malaysia must do well or what. It is one exam sitting. Everyone from Malaysia sit at 3 o'clock. In the afternoon, it may be UK, 7 o'clock. Everybody sits together, and Malaysian students come out the best. They are your students who you have nurtured, so they can do it. So our aim is to show the different pathways, the career opportunity. I just want to pick up one question about Nuraini mentioned about, you know, going to the audit firm. A lot of the students coming out, they think that they need to, after graduating, they need to go towards, you know, to work in an accounting firm. You know, I know all of you started in Johan heads as a managing partner of KPMG, but could you please share some of the other opportunities that I know accounting firm sets the best part, I mean, one of the best training organizations, but there are, you know, various opportunities. 70% of our members do work in the corporate sector. So just perhaps you can share some other job opportunities beyond the accounting firms. You want to share?
I think starting in an accounting firm, ni advantage dia macam ni. You see, you audit various industry. One day you're auditing a bank. When I started, I audited Dunlop tires. Masuk store ni, kira berapa tayar, buat stock take. Interesting you. And then I audited Seasons Paints, macam-macam industri. So from there, then you build your interest. You want to join which industry? Because you have some knowledge of the industry. So after that, it gives you some exposure to the various industry and enable you to make a good choice of industry. Tetapi tak semestinya you start in audit, especially kalau you ada professional qualification macam ACCA. Bukan you cari kerja, kerja cari you. I'm not joking. Employers out there are crying for professional accountant. So you have the choices. Now, you can start anywhere from banking. Banking need accountants. Industry need accountant. Everybody need accountant. And what is important is entirely up to you. You still have a long journey and you are young. And just because you have a qualification, this is I target to the student lah, which you pun boleh tolong impart to your students. Doesn't mean you've made it. The learning start all over again. You ada qualification ni macam tiket lah, you dapat masuk. Kalau tak ada professional qualification tu, tak dapat masuk langsung. So sekarang you ada tiket, you boleh masuk. Coming in there, you have to prove yourself all over again. So wherever you are, the opportunities are plenty. GLC, tabung haji ni accountant. Bank Islam, I'm on the board of Bank Islam. We need accountant. And you go to industry, manufacturing, they need accountant. But at the end of the day, you must know what you want. I think the problem is these days, young people, sometimes they don't know what they want. Kejap-kejap tukar kerja. Kejap-kejap tukar kerja. Apalah belajar setahun. Lepas tu tukar kerja dah. So this is the sort of thing, the patience, and the desire to actually acquire knowledge is something that we need to imbue from school. And I think that's where your role is, because we never stop learning. Saya ni, saya dah 57 tahun, and I'm still learning. There's a lot of things I don't know. And I have to read, I have to learn, because learning never stops. And that is what makes life interesting. Bukan setakat pagi pergi kerja, petang balik, lepas tu jaga keluarga. Nak jaga keluarga pun kena ada knowledge. Parenting, you have to have knowledge, Otherwise, how to be good parent? So this is where learning never stops. So plenty of opportunity for professional, no problem.
Actually, what Datuk Zaiton mentioned is true. I mean, if you are professionally qualified, be ACCA, I'm trained as a local professionally qualified accountant under the MIA. So, opportunity, job, you name it, if you have an ACCA fully qualified and you want to come to my firm and say that, Johan, I'm professionally qualified, I'll take you straight away. I'm having lack of talent. I need more talent in my firm because it helps to build people. Because these are, we know, understand that they have certain good ground trainings. And Malaysia has produced, as what Datuk said, world-class and professional accountants. And the one sitting right beside me, Datuk Zaiton, is an ACCA gold medalist during her time. Tepuk lah sikit. During that time, I mean, we can produce. Malaysia recently, we have two brothers and sisters, gold medalists, We're not talking about just Malaysia, gold medalists. Bukan senang nak dapat entire. So basically, you are producing good students. You got to make sure that some of these good students look at it and take up some of these professional. Kalau tidak, sayang. But it's not easy, professional accountancy. I must say, there is a hard work there. But in any job, you cannot be sitting down there and hope things will just drop on your lap, kan? You kena kerja tekun. Kalau nak berjaya, no teacher will tell the students, kalau nak berjaya, tak payah buat kerja. Ada? Tak ada, okay. Nasib baik, kalau tidak susah nak jawab. Everybody must say that